Before we start, I just want to get this out of my chest. CapCut, how dare you? How dare you put reduced noise on the payment side? That used to be free. If this feature would have been a paid feature in the beginning, I would have understood it. That's a whole different story. But no, I've been using this for free for like a long time. And then you're gonna do this to us? You're supposed to be the better one. Don't join the other paid editing apps. What are you thinking? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? I was already falling in love with you, CapCut. In fact, I plan to buy you. I plan to buy the extra features because I love the extra features that you're putting. But now, because of this stupid stunt that you pulled out of your ass, I feel like rebelling. I don't feel like buying you anymore. Either I'm forced to shut all of my fans and shut all of my family's mouth in this house, or get a new editing app. What's next, huh? You're gonna put the resolution to a paid feature as well, huh? Tell me what's next. And you have a goal to taunt me with your 65% discount. Naknang tilapia naman, oh, kaya ang mahal mo pa. So, Lavendertowne, you probably know about her. If you don't, how? She's an art YouTuber and a comic artist. Her comic is called Unfamiliar, and I believe it has a physical copy now. That's really cool. Anyway, Lavender's art style is so unique. Like, if I'm going to have a top 3 most unique art style, she's gonna be up there, just way up there. Her art style is so eye-catching, it's like candies for your eyes. And on top of that, she's really good at character design. Some of the things I learned is from hers. I really do admire her art. So what if I just draw one of her OC and see what I can learn from it? I'm actually currently having an art style crisis. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going through with it because sometimes I am unsatisfied with my art style, yet at the same time, I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. It's like a back and forth feeling. Like, for example, yesterday, I'm gonna be like, oh, my art style sucks. It's like, it's not enough. But then tomorrow, it'll be like, you know what? My art style is pretty strong. It's really looking good. It's like a back and forth thing. It's like exhausting. So maybe if I draw Lavender's OC, it will help me decipher what's going on. Decipher how I really feel towards my art style. Have that a little bit healthy comparison. So the character that I'm going to draw is Planchette. She is the main character from Unfamiliar. And the reason why I wanted to draw her because her shape language is really, really good. Her silhouette is divine. So I really enjoyed drawing her. Although I struggled drawing her feet because my art style whenever I draw feet is humongous. So I'm was struggling there. I'm like fighting like, I want big feet, but Lavender's OC has like small feet. I mean, I can draw small feet, but the thing is, I just prefer drawing humongous shoes for some reason. So I fixed it and I made it smaller so it would fit more and looks a lot more Planchette. So in the second sketch, I wanted to do a little interaction pose from our little Planchette over here. The first thing I thought of was gardening, like little bits watering the flowers. Here's the thing. I'm not sure if Planchette would do something like that. I mean, probably. I did read the comic. It's like long before, but I haven't catch up to it up until now. You know what? I'm gonna catch up to it if I have the time. I know I should have done my research, like thorough research, so I can draw the character really well. So here, don't imitate me. If you wanna draw a character, especially from another source, like from another story, if you wanna draw them, you have to like the way to draw them properly is to get to know them well. So that's the mistake that I did here because I didn't do a lot of research about who Planchette is. So I'm not even sure if she's into like watering plants. So don't imitate me. And because of that, I couldn't draw Planchette in other different poses. I mean, I can, but I'm afraid I might draw her in different poses that it's out of her character. Because, you know, she's an existing character. I can't just draw her willy-nilly. It has to be based on her characteristic. What if I started drawing her doing a somersault, but in canon, she can't do that. So, do your research, people. So now I'm working on the third sketch, and I absolutely adore this pose. I enjoy sketching it, and it has a prop because lately I have been practicing character interaction poses because I wanted to give the characters more personality. So in order to do that, I have to give like an action word that relates to the character because I'm getting tired of drawing characters that stand still and stares at the camera for no reason. And that's like, I'm getting bored of that. However, there's an exception. The only time I do that is when I'm doing a character design. That's the only time that I have to like draw them in a very still pose, even a T pose at my dad. Why do I do that exception? So that I can understand their anatomy better. You know, have a proper model sheet so that I can draw my characters in a very consistent way. And so that I can draw their outfits very easily, design them. That's the only time that it's acceptable to draw a character that is staring straight at the camera. That's the only time. But if when it comes to storytelling, I avoid that as much as possible. So here are the sketches of Planchette. I really love how the third sketch turns out, so I'm going to make that as the final product. So yeah. So we're in the quote-unquote line art stage. I believe, here's the thing, I'm having a very complicated relationship with line art right now. If you've been following me for a long time or you're my personal friend, you know I love line art to the core. I love it even more than rendering. Rendering for me is like a hell process, but line art is like a heavenly process, okay? It is the easiest and most relaxing art process stage ever. Being said that, I haven't done a lot of line art lately, which is making me sad. Because the only reason why, or the biggest reason why I would go for line art if I'm going to color the art. But lately, I haven't done a lot of like finished product art. I've been doing a lot of concept art lately. So I haven't done a lot of line art or coloring like a final strong art. What I want to say is that I haven't done a lot of final illustration lately. And on top of that, I'm not a huge fan of doing a digital art style look. What I mean by that, it's I don't like when an art is way too clean. I wanted a children or watercolor style effect, and I heavily prefer when the sketch of the art is visible. If I put a line art on top of that, it's kind of looking like too much, so I don't do the line art anymore. What I do is I do the sketch and I do a clean sketch that's not a line art, okay? And then I just color it from there, manually color it so that the texture of the watercolor will be visible. So my art style lately has this watercolor effect that has like the sketch is showing up. And that is exactly what I want to do in this art. I wanted to have a watercolor style effect while the sketch is more visible. The reason why I'm a huge fan of when the sketch is more seen is because it adds more personality and flowiness to the art. Because I enjoy the process of line art, but I'm not a huge fan of the final product. Okay, it's not that, you know, amazing, but if the line art is really good, just like Lavendertowne art style, I'm a huge fan of Lavender's line art. Their line art is so good, and the line weight is just so majestic. But in the process of doing this art, I'm confused to whether if I should go for line art or just the pure sketch. I'm at this point where I'm just confused to what to do. This is part of the reason of the art style crisis. I know I can do both, but when I do a single art just like this one, what should I go for? Should I just go line art or just pure sketch? And that's what I said. I said earlier I'm going for a pure sketch because, like I said, Lavendertowne has a very good line art in her art. So I'm curious what her OC would look like if it's just pure sketch, just like that, in a watercolor style. So I went for that. And here I am attempting to do the line art, but I just, you know what, I'm not gonna do it anymore. So here we are at the watercoloring stage. Yay! I know I said I'm not a huge fan of rendering, but I like it when it's watercolored, okay? Or marker style. It's more enjoyable than that way than your regular digital art splash rendering style. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, this is funny because I just noticed that Planchet's skin tone is actually very pale, but I gave her like a very light beige skin color. I don't know if that's a huge problem, but I hope it's not. It's so strange how I did not notice that at first. A lot of professional artists says that we should use those reference because it will help us, do the art like correctly. But look at me, I have a reference yet I still made a mistake. I am a stupid. Other than that, Planchet was really easy to color because of the limited color palette. Although I did got a little bit confused to what the color her hair is. Is it like light blue or light purple? I am confused. Do I have like colorblind problem? Or am I just genuine stupid? I mean, considering how I failed to color her skin correctly, I'm more leaning towards that I'm just being stupid. I don't know, my eye color judgment is not going well. But Mari, why won't you just use the color picker? I cannot use that because the reference picture has it's rendered. It's hard to use color pick when your reference is rendered. You cannot get the raw flat colors that way. If it's a different story if the character is like flat. I'm pretty sure maybe there is a flat colored version of Planchet. I just didn't, maybe again I didn't do a lot of research into this. Oh, one little small detail that I add in this art, the bunny one, forgot the name. I add a little bit of chubbiness on the neck. I find that really cute. I love like the chubby rolls on the characters. They're really fun to draw and it looks so silly and goofy and it's so adorable. Drawing another character, especially that has a different art style from yours, really helps me identify or figure out my art style. You know what I'm saying? Well, figure out is not the right exact word. I think it helps me understand my art style even more. Like I mentioned before, I'm having an art style crisis. Like I don't understand what my art style is, but when I drew Lavender's OC, I realized that my art style is pretty simple. Like Lavender's is very strongly exaggerated, not strongly exaggerated, while mine is just simple cartoony stuff, nothing going on a lot. Dang, it's hard to describe my own artist. What about you guys? You describe what my art looks like. Sometimes I'm bad at describing my own art, but when it comes to other people's art, like for example, Lavender, there's so much things that I can say, but when it comes to my own, I'm like, it's alright. By the way, I'm working on 2 secret projects. I mean, the other one is not so secret, but why did I even said secret? You know what? Let's scratch that. By the way, I'm doing 2 projects and I'm excited to announce them. I wanted to announce them here in this video, but I don't want to delay this even further. It's funny because the reason why this video got delayed is because I wanted to express my frustration towards CapCut to the point that I did animation for it. So as of now, as I'm recording, I am forced to turn off my fan because the audio is going to pick up that and there's no way to stop that anymore because CapCut just put that on a paid feature and oh my goodness gracious. And the cherry on top is that I live in the Philippines and we all know that this Philippines is like a free trial of hell. It's just too hot in here. So I'm bathing in sweat right now. So if my audio is extra ass, I am so sorry. I'm going to fix this, but as of now, I'm just gonna have to release this as it is. Oh, we're in the part of rendering the eyes. Usually, I don't render the eyes because, again, I'm too lazy. I just leave them at a pure black solid color or any dark solid color. But now, I am pushing myself to add more depth to the eyes because it's good. They look pretty when you add a little bit more effort. Mari, please stop being lazy. Come on, man. It's just rendering eyes. I know you hate rendering, but come on. It's probably more easier to render eyes. So yeah, here I am adding a little bit more details to add some more pizzazz to the art. Some lines to add more texture. And yeah, we are getting to the end. So here is the final result, and I hope you guys like it. I guess it's alright. I like that it's simple and nice. Told you I don't know how to describe my own art. It's okay. But I have fun making this, and Lavender's OC is just so phenomenal. You guys should check her out. She's just great. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'll post these 2 announcements as soon as I'm done with them. Okay, bye. See ya.